All right, good morning, traders. Welcome back to Framework Fortune. I'm your host, Ben, and it's time for some more live stock trading here. Let's see what we got going on. The SPY hitting that downtrend, coming back down again. So we may be testing this bottom support today again at 440 if it doesn't have a rebound. Currently trying to hold 442. So what is this hook? We've got hook up 50%. It's got a price target raised, but it's smashing right into that 50-day. IMMX. That's still a possible play at some point. CVFI. You can see where I got stopped out yesterday, but stopped out above my entry, so still no losses yet this week. But CFVI still is in this channel. And BKKT just going ballistic. Not really surprised there, because the crypto market had a pretty strong rebound yesterday. Okay. I'll keep that on watch. RELI. Losing that uptrend, starting to curl a little bit. I'm going to take it off. KCSP. Oh, KCSP with a nice pop-up today. That was another trade. I think I took that yesterday. Maybe I did. Did I take KCSP? Why was it not showing? Thought I did. I don't know. But running into that $10 resistance. So the daily chart looks really good. It's just got to break that $200, or not $200, I'm sorry, $10 resistance. But we are a little ways off that trend line. Let's see if that comes back down or not. Let's see, IMTE. Hold on just a second, guys. Let me get this dog to chill out. Alright. I'll take IMT off, don't like it. KVL, a little pullback. Take that off. BTCS, a little uptrend the last 3 days. TISI, that did continue to run yesterday, but not much there today. COE, a little bounce off that trend line. Let's see, Blackstone is buying this APTS. Probably nothing there. DVN, it's a decent move. $3 move. Higher price stock. DWAC coming back alive a little bit. DWAC just has to re-break 90. Put DWAC on watch. PHUN, that's above the EMAs, possibly getting close to a breakout. Nothing else really there on that scanner. SGLY, that could be a possible play. Don't like that. The rest of these are on our list. We'll put SGLY on there just cause. That's not the scanner I want. Wix. Yeah, that's all I'm seeing on the scanners. Damn, that one's not even working. KCSP still holding up. Had nothing but buying on this 15-minute. Let's see this on some smaller time frames here. Yeah, I need an entry to show itself. SPY still giving up here. Not looking too good at the moment. There you go. Pull on back down. I'd like to see a rejection here and see it come back down to 9. Maybe even the whole bottom of the trend line, like 875. Well, actually, 875 is probably going to be pretty strong support. PKKT testing $9 right now. I'm going to hop in here. Looks like it's going to try to break. Hopping in kind of high. But we are really hitting that $9 area hard right now. Here we go. Oh, there's one peak at 9 on the ask. A few minutes on both of these candles to close. Oops. Can we get this break of 9? $8.90 holding up as support, which is what we want to see until we break 9. Then we want to see 9 hold as support. Still holding up 8.90. KSCP getting close to testing that resistance. VCRA, nothing there. Just keep an eye on BKKT. Looks really good on the 15-minute chart. Could possibly pull back to the 10-day at 850. But that's only if we crack below 890. And so far we're still holding 890. So I think we're about to have another test of 9 here. It looks like it may be. Yep, testing 9. Taking 9 out right away. So we threw a little poke up over it, but we need to see it break and hold $9. But that was a nice little test. see if we're going to keep testing here. If we keep testing 9. We're good to go. Looks like another test may be coming. We got a lot of selling pressure at 898, 899. All these areas right below 9. We need to see all the selling getting taken out. Also want to draw this short little uptrend that we got, this little intraday uptrend. SGL, that had another pop up. Big order on the bid at 895. Don't know if that was a shorter or a seller. This thing is taking its time. CVFI on this 15-minute chart has this nice consolidation pattern, this nice triangle pattern. If it could break out, it could run up to 16. So, like a possible $1.50 move that could come out of there. BKKT just still hanging around between $8.90 and $9 out there. Started to crack below $8.90 for a second. Getting a bit of a double top at 9 there. Good morning, GD. Now, the best entry would have been, to get in a little bit lower, probably at the break of this 850 where his previous highs was. You'd already be up, 50 cents, but you can see 890 starting to act as a little resistance. Ooh, big seller just came in there on the ask at 880. This is a buyer. No, he was a buyer. Let's see. Let's make sure Bitcoin's holding up. Bitcoin did just have a little dip, but it rebounded pretty quickly. Yeah. So if Bitcoin can start pushing back up, should see BKKT push back up, but hard to say at this moment. Let's see, we are holding 875 as pretty strong support. 880 holding up as support. KCSP may be about to break. Looking at this 15-minute chart, it's coming up on that 975 area. BKKT still testing that 875 area of support. Yeah, CVI looks like it may be about to go. Actually, I'd like to see one more rejection back down to about 1540. But it may not give it here. KCSP still testing. BKKT is really starting to dip. I only have 20 shares, so I'm fine to hold it a little bit. I'm not risking too much here. But like I said, there's some support right around 850. Yeah, 850 strong support. Draw that. Whoops. Draw that line straight across here and see it pretty clearly. Resistance, 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 and then we finally broke out. So this 850 should hold as new support. And we get a curl around and a push up. So I may look at adding if we hold up these support levels. Man, KCSP looks like it wants to go too. So let me see the daily on this. I want to start with 5 shares and I may add more. I'm adding 5 more on that. And it's starting to push for a new high day, but again, same situation. We got to break $10. Still pulling back there. BKKT is getting bought up a little bit off of that previous resistance area. Now holding that support. Let's have 5 more there. Oops. What's up, Kong? How's it going? Welcome to Framework Fortune. So far, you can see buyers trying to hold it up above 850. Well, COE is still trying to push. If COE could break $2, they could make a little move again. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, buy them on BKKT. I'm gonna grab another 5 down here on BKKT. KSCP and BKKT are my 2 plays that I'm going to be fondling with here. I don't know if fondling is the right word, but we're going to go with it. I mean, both of these I did kind of buy at the top on the intraday. But when I'm looking at the higher time frames, like there, 1 hour, you know, we're in right along here. Well, actually, a little bit higher, right along here. This is like the first test of $9 for this thing. But then when you look at the daily chart, back in November, this thing ran from 10 to 50. Now, I'm not saying it's going to run to $50 again, but we do have this room up to this 200 day moving average, but making a big U shape. So that's why I got in a little high, because the higher time frames were not really that high. Just seems high because of it being intraday. Same thing with KCSP, which looks like that may try to go for another push of 10 here real soon. 969. Yeah, BKG and KCSP starting to try to test again, which is what we want to see. The S&P 500 very close to cracking 443, making a reverse U shape here, a little curl over. The supply starts dumping, then it's going to affect our plays, so we do got to be careful with that. And real quick, guys, I'm gonna take a quick little break here. Try to get awake. I know I'm kind of dead sounded, kind of quiet. Let's let me take a couple of minutes, try to get my brain back on my head, in my head, on my head, whatever. But I'll be right back, guys. Whoops. Don't know why I'm on a 5-minute here. So BKKT still pulling back to 1850. KCSP is still testing. Looking super good on the 15-minute. Bull flag if this thing can break. If not, it's going to come back down to 9. The SPY, though, is very, very concerning at this moment. Let me pull up Trading View. Let's take a look at some of the indexes here. Bitcoin having a pullback at the moment too, so it's part of why BKKT is pulling back. On this 50-minute, Bitcoin needs to get back above that 200-day. There it goes, starting to push up a little bit. So the Dow Jones Industrial, let me go to the daily. Yeah, just barely holding that 200-day moving average. Dollar has lost a lot of its power. It did get up to 97, but that was because of how much money was coming out of the markets. Gold still, gold possibly confirming this breakout today, which means we'll see if as long as what do we got? Gold steadies as we await Fed minutes. Is the Feds talking this morning? That might be why everything's moving so damn slow at this second. Let me see what's going on in the PR. There's no PR on the SPY today yet. PR from yesterday. Usually they say if the Feds are just going to say something or do something. Yeah, I'm going to add 5 more. I think we're going to... I could be wrong, but I think we're going to get this breakout here. This pattern looks too good. But it's going to, we're going to break out of this 985 resistance and run into 10. So we're going to want to see just buying volume come in and blow it right through 10. We don't want to break out of this and then get held up at 10. BKKT starting to come back up again. This is 5 minutes. Candle's fixing to close. Let's see how it closes and the next one opens. Alright, next candle opening up above the resistance line. Well, actually kind of right on it, but there we go. Come on back up. That was a good strong close. Here we go. Come on. Get to that 990. There you go. There you go. Up to 995. Breaking this triangle. Let's see if we can break 10. Come on, 10. Rejection hard off of 995. Back down to the... No, all the way back into the triangle consolidation. So we're still not ready yet. I don't like that hard of a rejection. 995, that's what I was not wanting to see. We didn't even get to 10. BKKT curling back up. If that gets back above, if that starts testing 9 again, see a possible pop there. KCSP may be giving up though. Can you hold here? So we just gotta wait for these consolidations to show us a direction. Good morning, Eric. How's it going, buddy? A couple minutes on this 15 and 5 minute. Got 2 minutes. All is well in SC. Are you in South Carolina? Yep. How's Myrtle Beach doing? Last time I went to Myrtle Beach in South Carolina, boy, it really went downhill. Have they been able to bring Myrtle Beach back alive, or is it still in rough shape? Alright, 30 seconds on this count to close. We're closing with a lot of indecision here. Oh, you live in Conway? Yeah, you're right. You're right there in Myrtle Beach, and it's not coming back alive. Yeah, that's kind of what I was concerned about. I mean, it's been probably last time I was in Myrtle Beach, probably talking about 9, 10 years ago, and it was going downhill then. That's why I was wondering how it was doing now with the whole lockdowns and all of that. Too many politics and corrupt ones at that. Yeah, no, it's rampant everywhere. It's rampant everywhere. These politicians all of a sudden think that we work for them. They keep forgetting that they work for us. We pay their paychecks. Of course, they don't care because they're getting money from all these corporations and all that stuff from being lobbied. We made crack here on KCSB. It's really struggling. Making that red indecision candle there with that kind of peak. And I started seeing a bounce. if we don't start seeing a little rebound back up in this triangle. See, it's like still just barely holding in there. If it can continue to barely hold in there, we can rebound here. We could push up. If not, we're going to fall back down to, where was it at? 875. And I definitely am not holding this down that far. Well, actually, we may fall down to 916. The 10-day moving average is on right there at 915-ish. See if we're getting any type of patterns on BKKT yet. Still, okay, I believe I see what's going on here. Come on with the line. There we go. So we have this new intraday downtrend started. So we'll have to see a downtrend break there on BKKT. KCSP. Really cracking there. I may just go ahead and cut it and get out. Nice. Just quit the building industry. That's a tough industry, especially now with inflation so high. Well, wood and all those supplies to build, whew, prices is up there. But yeah, the market is definitely quiet. I'm not seeing any major moves right now. Both of these plays were in nice consolidation, looking like they might try to take another leg up, but both of them starting to crack down a little bit. See. Yeah, the SPY looks like it may be about to drop some more. I'm not sure what investors are waiting on these Fed minutes for. Investors are holding on to Jerome Powell's words and stuff like they're damn gold. And Jerome Powell's words have not really meant much in a while, or possibly ever. I'm just adjusting this uptrend because I may have had it drawn wrong. We'll see. Yeah, SPY looks like it may is going to drop here shortly. But definitely a boring day here in the market, that's for sure. I'm not seeing very much going on. Let's see. BXRX, that doesn't look good. Hook is looking okay. UPST. That's a $146 stock. I want nothing to do with that. Although it was one big run yesterday, 100 all the way up to 150. That's quite the move. CFVI still slowly climbing. There's basically your uptrend. BKKT coming down on this bottom. What was that, 860 basically? So I'm gonna fall asleep in the market today. Not yet. I'm in 2 trades. I'm just holding them at the moment. We just have a very slow, quiet market. Not very much going on, or at least that I'm seeing. So if there's something, that I'm not seeing, you guys are seeing, go ahead and throw it in there in the stream here. Good morning, Lori Lee. CTXR. What is it? CTXR. I don't know why I was having problems typing. Come on. What's going on? Just looking for an R. There we go. So we got 146 million in shares outstanding, so probably about 150 in float. Got a lot of resistance at $2. A ton of resistance. And it's only got room up to 177 to the 200-day, but it's barcoding. Look at these little white checks. Like, it's basically, when plays look like this and they look like a damn barcode, you really don't want nothing to do with them. Like, that is algorithm trading because of light volume. All these candles hitting at the same exact place. Humans can't make that happen with trades. This algorithm trading this thing, and just no volume. I don't know exactly what you're seeing on this. Yeah, it's got to get back above 2 if it's going to do anything. 2 is just in the way. Let's see, BKKT coming down to that 850 area. That's probably as low as I want to hold it. So we'll see if it can bounce back up off of 850 support. And then KSCP, you still really aren't deciding, making a way. Now, I don't like how this is curling over. We need to see a bounce back up. Looks like a type of day, though, where we're going to start selling off a lot of stuff.
No, I had some news, yeah, but even with news, if it looks like a barcode like this, there's no reason to trade it. It's just super light on volume. Like the biggest candle today, or the biggest volume bar is only 55,000, and that was it. And it's all pretty much sold off from there. Let's see. Eric said you're waiting on VT and R. Just above all the moving averages. Was all the way up at 14 at one time. A little bit higher float at 63 million. And you do have I don't know. It's going to depend if it can hold up today. Looks like KCSP may come down. Lori said BCRX. It is above all EMAs on an uptrend. But this is all-time highs, so $20 is going to be very, very tough resistance. I don't think we'll be able to break that right away. SPY trying to rebound a little bit. PKKT bouncing off of 850. KCSP still not looking great. Yeah, I mean BCRX doesn't. It looks good. Don't like I said. The only problem is it's hitting new highs and has that resistance at 20. It may have to. It depends. It's like so many plays that were close to breaking out, like BKKT and KCSP, but they're not really showing it much more. Kind of starting to give up. DWAC. Let's see. And quite a bit of red across there. What is going on here? I don't know. Let me see something. Okay. Well, I think at this point, I'm just going to be holding and waiting on these unless they start cracking, which BKKT could. Boy, what a boring day it is. GGPI, I had a nice rip out of nowhere. 100 shares. Why did you break out? It actually wasn't that big. Yeah, it wasn't actually that big of a rip. It was 11.50 to 12, so it was only a 50-cent rip. A little bit higher float price, or a higher float stock. Yeah, see, that's that barcode stock right there from hell. Those are definitely ones you don't want to mess with. Well, how's everybody else doing? Anybody else green today or making any decent trades? Yeah, looks like these. I think I may be close to. Oh yeah, BTCS with a hard drop there. Let's see. Bitcoin must be dropping a little bit. Yeah, man, it's a boring day. The Fed's got some minutes or something coming out, and the SPY is really not doing much. I mean, it sold off, but here in intraday, it's just kind of been going sideways, but barely. I mean, you can see the difference too. From like yesterday to today, these candles are maybe like $1 candles or close to $1, whereas yesterday we were getting full on dollar candles. Although the SPY went sideways yesterday too. But when you get this indecision, this quietness in the market, because I mean, I'm looking at my scanners, there's barely anything going on the scanners. Yeah, that scanner, our top gear is SGLY, which is moving very strangely. Ooh, BKKT, you're really coming down. Let's see here. Okay, here's the uptrend that we have started from yesterday. So we're going to need to see BKKT make a full reverse here. Let's see, what did it do yesterday? This one that likes to pop. Well, no, this one can pop during the day. I don't know if I want to risk much more on it, though. KSCP. Just move that trend line because that uptrend's definitely broken. We're getting rejected at all these resistance lines. I don't trade companies on earnings because simple fact, there's so many times where a company can come out with great earnings and then it not matter and it can go down, it can crash. Sometimes companies will come out with the worst earnings they've ever had and the stock will still go up. So I never trade earnings. That's just me personally. Now, if something comes out with bad earnings and it sells off really hard, like a real significant drop, then I will look for that play as a dead cat bounce. But as far as buying and holding for earnings, you're gambling because you have no idea if the earnings are going to be as good as estimates, because that's another thing. Is like a company can have good earnings, but if they didn't beat their estimates, then people aren't really going to probably get that excited. They're like, oh, okay, they did their thing, but it's not a big deal. So it's just, you just never know how the market's going to react until after the earnings are out and you see the market reacting. Let's see. EMPH is the money play before earnings, regardless of what they post, pop off. I I mean, if you're talking about trading the earnings the same day, yeah. If I I'm saying I wouldn't swing anything into earnings personally. I would wait till the day of to see if it. Um, just watching these positions, they're still cracking down. But yeah, you could short the day of. You just got to make sure that's going to drop. If it's looking like it could go either way the day that the earnings come out, then you don't. Again, you really don't have any idea. You don't want to be jumping in shorting a stock that has bad earnings, and like I said, it turns around and just goes up for no reason. Let me look at EMPH here. No, this is a $152 stock. With a high year of 282, so it could possibly, if it continues to climb, it could get back up to those prices. But we got a lot of strong resistance ahead of it. We got resistance at 175, 200. And it is still below the 250 day. It's an energy stock too. Yeah. There's definitely got potential. There's your uptrend on the daily, making this little triangle, but it's just got to get back over those moving averages for me. Because if it can't get back over those moving averages at 162 and 169, it's gonna be running into both of those. Ooh, KCSP falling all the way back down to 920. I'm just probably going to have to cut these losses. They're starting to get a little bit out of hand. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, if EMPH comes out and the market responds well to earnings, then there definitely could be a push up. This crazy thing is the SPY is not cracking yet, but it is just slowly consolidating. What's today? Today is Wednesday, so we got 2 days left in this trading week. Hmm. Uh, hmm. This is why I hate these non-volatile markets like this. Because that play was looking so good on KCSP and just got rejected hard at that $10 and given up. Same thing, BKKT was looking pretty good, just hit $9 though and giving up. We still have the uptrend on both of them. So I'm looking if buying's going to come in to hold them up. Um, I did. I think there's a. I'm not sure about the bot, Lauren. That's more of that's more of Hal's realm is the bots and stuff on the Discord. Speaking of, if you haven't joined the Discord yet, go join frameworkfortune.com. It is free. No paywalls. Just sign up with your email and then you can get access to the Discord group. And I believe we have a few spots left in the first 100 signups, which will be getting an airdrop of Framework Fortune coin. Well, it's going to be a token to start off, but the idea is the name of the coin once we have our own blockchain built. Oh, let's see. KCSP is trying to hold for a second. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold these for a little bit as long as KCSP can hold up above 9, preferably 925. Then I'll hold it. BKKT is almost back down to the uptrend, so I'm gonna hold it too for just a little bit longer. Yeah, Bitcoin. It's kind of slow time for cryptos too, right at the moment. So Bitcoin's moving a little slow. There's one Jose annoys me with him and his friends constantly going live. Nice. Jose's blowing up the Discord. I haven't talked to Jose in a little while. Jose hasn't not been in any of the streams. Of course, he may be busy streaming his gaming, so. Yeah, we'll give the stream about 15 more minutes here, but it's not worth it to sit here and watch paint dry. Because we're just not getting very much movement. Ah, gotcha, Lauren. I did not know him and his girl were having issues. To be honest, I didn't even know. NowLiveBot.com. Let me pull that up. If you can't, don't worry about it, Lauren. I'll take a look at it and see. Just looks like it's just a simple announcement API that we put in there. Alright, KSCSP, where are you? What are you holding on? Oh, so KSCP is holding on that 915 area right here. 915, 910. These previous peaks are resistance. So if it can bounce off of that, we could see it move back up. And BKT's trying to hold. There it goes. It's starting to push back up a little bit. Okay. Why don't I holler at you after the stream here, Lauren, and we'll check everything out. If I'm still awake by the end of the stream, you guys just wake me up if it's so boring. I wonder what Hal did. Is any of you guys in H&H Traders chat? Which if you haven't yet, go check out our H&H Traders channel. Our partner at Framework Fortune, one of our biggest partners. Yeah, I like Endo with that news, that oil news. Like I said, I'm just kind of waiting to see if they're going to come out with any PR on that news. Got some resistance of around 6 and 615. But it needs to get volume. Once buying volume comes back into it, we could see it move. Like you said, Lori, there's just very little buying in it at the moment. But I do think at some point we're going to see something interesting on INDO. Okay, KCSP is bouncing nicely. BKKT, I don't know. Yeah, Bitcoin should hold up this 43,000 area. Now look at this. The SPY has not done anything. It's been at 443 for what? And a whole hour of it barely even moving, like 25, 40 cents. A lot of very shaky hands in the market right now. A lot of people who are real nervous. I don't know nothing about rig hardly. Oil stocks are not really my specialty, but so here's the thing with oil. This does look pretty good though on the daily chart. Moving averages looking good. 10 days above the 50 and the 200, and you're actually starting to get across of the 50-day over the 200. So that's a nice. That's the EMA's lining up very nicely. A downtrend has broke. We got this new little uptrend we can draw. And then $4 is major resistance. So this is what you're looking at on rig. Is this nice little slow consolidation triangle up to $4. But oil, it's really hard to say, and let me show you why oil stocks are. Oops, what did I do? Where's my indexes and futures? There you go. Like, oil has skyrocketed since the pandemic, and it was down to zero or whatever. It was actually negative zero for no, it didn't get to negative zero. It got close. But yeah, oil per barrel was $0 a barrel. With inflation and everything, oil could easily keep going up. I personally think that it's going to keep going up. This was 2008, this big spike right leading up to it. And then 2008 happened and oil pulled all the way back down here. But since then, oil has broken this downtrend. So oil is very, very bullish. You see it broke out of this whole triangle of consolidation. The question is, will it keep running or not? And I think it will because of inflation and stuff, and all the uncertainty. I think we may see it get over 100, but the oil sector is crazy because you never know. OPEC could come in and do something and change something or whatever and just screw up the whole market. So I'm not that big of a fan of oil stocks in the first place. There's too much. Is rig Elvis's baby? Well, there you go. There's too much big money and regulation and control in oil and in oil stocks. I'm not trying to talk you out of rig because rig does look fine. It looks like it could be a very good play. It's got potential. But all I'm saying is it's kind of like yesterday we were talking about biofarm companies. Big pharma runs the bio company space. So oil, kind of the same thing. There's big players in the oil space, and it's all over the globe. I mean, you're talking about tons and tons of money. So that's why I'm like, because just like INDO, they just struck oil if their PR wasn't nonsense. So, that could be good for like INDO. But OPEC is the thing that makes me the most nervous with oil. But OPEC is also part of the reason why oil is going up. So I don't know. I'm just not big into oil, and it's a commodity, and it's a commodity we're going to continue to use and we're going to need. So if you're bearish on the entire market like I am, Oil is something that should decently hold up in an economic collapse or stock market collapse. It's definitely worth keeping an eye on. That's what I've been saying for, I don't know, for since last year, I believe. Actually, yeah, at the beginning of the last year, I was saying keep an eye on oil stocks because I was bearish on the market. Um, and Elvis did really good. He went in on the oil stocks. But it wasn't, anything other than commodities go up when inflation goes up. Gold, silver, corn, rice, beans. You go to the grocery store, you see prices are higher and everything. Let's see, KCSP trying to do something here, trying to creep back up there. Yeah, there it is. It's still, yeah, KCSP is still trying to rebound, so that's okay. It does need to break back over 950 though. BKKT coming all the way back down to this trend line. But just looking at Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin's still kind of pulling back. Actually, Bitcoin's not even moving that fast. These are small candles for Bitcoin. Bitcoin only moving, and this is on the hour chart. So each one of these candles is an hour. Bitcoin moving on the majority of these candles like 50 to $100, $200. That's not very much action on Bitcoin at the moment either. Whoops. No, there's not a flag pattern on INDO. Well, unless you're talking about the intraday here. There's just the problem with it right now is just there's just no volume. But if this is what you were talking about as the flag, then yeah, that was a little bull flag, but quick little pop up. But we saw KCSP making a very nice bull flag and not able to break out. BKKT is coming all the way down to that trend line. As long as it holds that trend line, which the 200's there, the 50's there, I'm going to continue to try to hold it because this is such a nice U shape. However, again, if Bitcoin decides to start dumping, that could be a problem. Now, just because it's slow right now doesn't mean the market can't heat back up here in a little while, or if everybody's waiting on these Fed minutes or whatnot. Just because we're having a slow morning does not mean we're going to have a slow all rest of the day. So it's just kind of quiet here. Yeah, exactly, David. Good morning, my friend. We were literally just talking about that, about the volume and everything. Am I still in CFVI? No, I got out of CFVI yesterday. It still looks good, but you can see where I got it here. And I had a stop loss in right above my entry, like right at 15 or 14. Yeah, 14.99. My entry was 14.89. So I got stopped out, and it was just a little 10-cent profit. Um, it just broke down there. Whoops, what did I do here? There we go. It just broke down there yesterday in after hours, so not a big deal. If it could have held up the trend line, that I was playing, um, but I didn't want to take any losses. I still think it's a possible play. Because the daily chart on CVFI, see, there's not really any resistance except for the tops of these candles at 1650, which is where we've been slowly building our way up. So I definitely think this is one to keep an eye on for the rest of the week, as it could be getting close to a nice move. So a little buying coming back in on BKKT. See, I just got too high of entries. I shouldn't have bought in this consolidation at the top on these two. It's kind of, they look so good at the time, but this indecisive market and everything. Yeah, look at that nice bounce off of that area, that 820 area. But that's the only two plays I'm in right now. It's BKKT and KCSP. And like I said, I'm just going to hold them for a little while and see when if the market heats up after the feds get done puking out nonsense garbage. But alright guys, I believe I'm going to call it a day. Let's see, hold on. What did Lori say? Oh, so you weren't talking about that short term on what were you talking about, Lori? You're talking about NDIO, right? Yeah. So you're looking at the daily chart from the beginning of Feb. Yeah. See, it's not a flag, because if it was a flag, this would be up here, right? Because the reason you have a flag is because you have a pole first. Your pole is this big run up, and then your flag would have been off of the top of that pole, but instead it's sold off, so it's not a flag. You got to have a pole for a flag, but it is a triangle. I see what you're saying. It's not it's not the prettiest pattern in the world, but you do have the 200-day right there where the trend line is, the 10 days under it. It's a little bit early to say on this daily chart if Indo will be able to break out, but basically you're looking for the break of $5, and then it could shoot up to 6, and then 6 going to be main resistance. But as big as this little wedge is, you could also draw it like, I guess you could. I just don't like the way these started right here, but we know why. It's because that PR it had. But there's basically your flag, or not flag, but wedge. But that's why I say it doesn't really matter about it being called a flag with a flagpole and all that shit. It doesn't matter. It's a damn triangle. That's all that matters. It's the triangle of consolidation. It's going to do one of two things. See, by the time it gets to the tip of the triangle, it's either going to shoot up or it's going to shoot down. But right now, at the moment, still a little too early to tell. You want to see $5 break and then $5 hold as support. Let's see. Frosties, what exactly? I mean, which stock are you talking about? You gotta be a little bit more specific, because I've looked at like 10 stocks in the past 30 minutes. And if you can just let me know what ticker symbol. Now, I don't particularly. Let me ask you this, Frosty. Are you asking, is this still good for an entry spot because you have no idea? Because if you have to ask yourself if this is a good entry spot, then you should not be taking those trades. Or I'm sorry, not even asking yourself, asking other people. You want to have a good idea. Like, if you don't know if it's a good entry, then you shouldn't take the trade. And if you don't know about entries like that, well, you're at the right place, because I can definitely help you with learning entries and stuff like that. But the worst thing you can do is go into a YouTube channel and ask the person the person on screen, hey, is this a good entry, or is this a good place to buy? Is this a good place to sell? If you don't know that answer yourself, and you're asking, like, there's a lot of YouTuber traders out there, and a lot of them are full of shit up to their ears, so you made money off a hook today? Well, nice then. Yeah, so you're not what is hook? I didn't even see hook. Let's take a look at hook. Now, if you already have done your research and you're just asking me to kind of confirm your own research, I'll take a look at it. Yeah, hook had a big run up yesterday. It's been consolidating all morning. Whoops. But the problem is we've gapped up right into the 50-day. So until we can break that 50-day, which is right at 215. Yeah, we got to break 215. That's the 50-day. That is the resistance on the intraday chart. But we do break 215. It looks like there's room. Yeah. So breaking the 50, the next area of resistance is probably about 3, but there's not a lot of congestion there. And then after that, possibly 468, as that will support back here. So maybe, I can see where you made some day trades off of this, probably some nice little scalps where it was bouncing off of the bottom of the triangles. Or not the bottom of the triangles, the bottom of the uptrend line on the triangles. But I can see there, 190 up to 214, you had about 25 cents, 195 up to 215, 20 cents. And then you can see that one's 2 up to 215, 15 cents. So these little pops are getting tighter and tighter as we're moving closer and closer into the tip of that consolidation triangle. Alright guys, but I'm going to call it a day. We'll be back tomorrow. I will be back on the crypto channel here 2 hours-ish for the crypto update. We'll see which way cryptos are going to move. I will let you guys know how these plays work out in the Discord, but they are not looking good. Well, KCSP is yeah, I mean, they're both still right there at those support areas. So I'll let you guys know how it goes in the Discord. So if you haven't joined yet, go join the Discord. Hurry up. Go to frameworkfortune.com. It's free. Sign up. If you're in the top 100 first signups, you'll be getting an airdrop of Framework Fortune coin. Do it. Do it. So, alright guys. If I don't see you later on today on the crypto channel, I'll see you guys back here tomorrow morning. Appreciate everybody joining me as always. You guys stay safe out there. Until next time.